Hello, and welcome back to another update of my maze game, which has now a name, which I've probably revealed last time, which is Wits End. This video is going to be very not planned. I have been struggling with keeping up with all of the things that have been happening because I have been doing a lot of updates. And they are mostly debugging, so it's a bit hard to show. But I'll give you a little tour and then I'll describe what things I've been adding and what's more to come. And it's very exciting for me because it's finally really growing. Okay, so here we are in the scene that you probably saw the least of up until now, which is the bedroom. And this is where the game starts. So I've been adding a lot of objects here that are playing a role in the game. And I've been adding some more story. So I've been rewriting the story and I've been kind of tinkering with this because I had some playtesters. And these playtesters, I realized that when they were playing that they don't really know where to go. And this is actually a common mistake that a lot of starting game designers make. Now I've been working with game design for a very long time. But I haven't been making commercial video games, which is it's a whole other ballpark. And so a couple of people I've invited over to play the game, and I realized that they didn't really know where to go and what things are about. And I wanted them to figure out later in the game, but I realized that if you don't give the player an incentive to want to find out, they will not keep playing the game. And these people that were playing the game for me were also probably much more polite and had much more patience with the game than they would have if they would play on their own and they wouldn't know me at all. So I took this in and I'm now currently designing more of the gameplay and trying to put a few more pointers in there because I didn't want to keep so much hand holding. And I'll show a little bit about it. So you'd start off with this story. I'm not going to go too much in it right now. Also, I don't really want to put so many spoilers. But here, basically, you're getting a little bit of the story. And there are some items already in this scene that you can click and you'll get a little bit of backstory. So right now, this room is fairly empty. It will fill up later. And well, there's a lot to see here. I added some environmental things to make it look more interesting. And there is a maze. And this maze, I think most of you have seen. If you haven't, then this is your first video. This game revolves around the player going into a maze and has to figure out a way to get out, but also what is their backstory. So I think I actually set this quality fairly high. So if you see it jittering, it's because I'm recording at the same time and playing in editor, which takes a lot of resources. Okay, so basically you'd go through this maze and you'd encounter, for instance, these kinds of objects. And I've also implemented some buttons. As you see down below, I have also changed the UI, which is now a bit more easy to navigate and understand. If you have any tips about this or if you feel like it maybe could be different, let me know. I already got a suggestion that the map maybe should be well, maybe turning around. I'm not sure if I really want this because I kind of want to give the feeling as if you would be holding that map. And then, so the person who gave me this suggestion said, okay, this map, if I would be holding a map and I would be navigating, I would be turning the map. So I realized that that's a thing. So I thought maybe you can turn it by hand or it will turn on its own. Right now, I'm not really changing that too much because there's a lot of other stuff to do, but it's definitely possible. So if you think that should be happening, do leave a comment and let me know. So I also put some birds. They're a bit slow right now. I think they need to be quicker. And Oh, am I lost already? I forgot where I am. I will probably implement some sort of little hint of where you are, because right now if you look, well, it's a bit hard for you to look at the map. So let me put myself here. But if you look at the map, you can't really see me, I can't see me moving, but there are some landmarks. So for instance here, there is this landmark, and this is a round top. But it has a square bottom, so I think this is kind of in the middle down below. So I'm at this one, and this is the direction. Okay, so I can see that that thing is on the bottom. So if I turn this way, this is actually the way that the map is turned. So if I would now go and look where I need to go, I would need to go here. And then I need to go to the right. And I can go two sides. Now, okay, and this is where it gets a bit difficult, because I know I need a key. Because I made this game. But my friends and other people and colleagues who have played this, they didn't know they needed a key. And I'm not sure, because they ended up at the exit and they said, I don't know why it's not opening, why is it not working? And I'm just kind of wondering how I could make it in such a way that if you find the key, don't mind the ugliness of that, I need to fix that. If you find the key, or if you don't know how to find the key, that it will be interesting to actually go and look for it, and that you know that that's what you need to do. So these are all kind of gameplay things that I'm currently thinking about. If you have a tip for that, do let me know. If you have ideas about that, very welcome. Of course, I'm doing my research and I know kind of the classic game development rules, but I kind of want to keep it as old school as possible. You know, from the times that we didn't have any well, we didn't have Google. You would have a manual, and that was what you would have. So I was thinking, okay, I could make a manual, but I don't know if that's what I want. Okay, so this door, if you get the key, this door should open. I recently implemented a new door, which means that right now it doesn't open. So I'm just gonna go to the next level and show you what would be behind it. And that is this one. All right. So this level is actually different. As you saw with the last level, you had to navigate through the whole... Oh, we already have an item. You had to navigate through the whole thing, and you couldn't do anything. And as you already saw, because I had to click into the window to start the game, the hedges can now move. And something else that I've noticed is that, for me, it's very obvious that this eye is flicking through green if you can do something with an item. But I had a couple people... I heard something. I had a couple people play this game not even realizing that that would be a thing. And it's kind of sad. So I'm also currently figuring out how I could make this better. I might just do a little tutorial in the beginning that people can choose to play, or have some hints throughout the game that will show up on the bottom. And then I'll probably add some lore to make it more apparent why I need to actually go and get these items that are in the maze. So I'm just gonna try and find that item right now that's there. There, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, he always scares the living bejesus out of me. So these guys, if this is your first video and you haven't seen the other videos, these guys, I used to call them kobolds, but I think they're more like gnomes, like garden gnomes. They kind of take away your points. And in this game, your points are kind of your sanity. So you're kind of trying to hold on to your sanity. And the more often you bump into them, the more often... Oh shit. The more often you bump into them, the less sanity you will have. And the more items you find, the more sane you'll become. Ooh, okay, so this one's really cool. This item already has a cutscene. More items are supposed to have cutscenes, but they're a lot of work. So I'll probably bring out an alpha without most of these cutscenes. Only this one I will have. And I don't think I can escape this one yet, because I have made the whole scene. And it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. So, let's see what's going to happen. I know it will load. I just don't know if we can exit yet. And there's not a lot of storytelling in there as of now. And it's a huge level, so this will take a bit of time to load, especially with my computer because it's a bit older, and with the settings that I have right now. So I implemented a loading screen because it does take some time to load. And here we are. So this is supposed to be a memory, and therefore I changed the colors. I'm not entirely sure yet if I like the colors the way they are. I might do it yellow instead, or more like a sepia tone. But this cutscene is basically about an item that you have received from your father. And it gives you a bit of insight again into who you are, what your story is. And you can also explore this story. So I know where to go, so I'm just gonna go there. The story is basically that you got this compass after you went camping with your father. And you got lost, and he got really worried, and he then decided, okay, at least I'm gonna teach my daughter how to have a compass so that she always knows which way is north, so that she can get back home. So it's kind of the meaning that you do get lost, but I want to implement some more things in here so that it's actually interesting to walk around. Or some more directions. And then there's a plot twist in every single level, because these are memories, they're kind of barred off. So only the places that you have explored or the ways that you have gone will be accessible, because they're memories. And they will always end up to the same maze, because actually all of this is happening inside of your head. And therefore, every time you go through this memory, and the memory ends, then you go back to this maze, which is your brain. And anyways, that's where I'm now. So of course there are some more things that I've now been playing with, and a lot has happened, but some of these things don't really feel like a lot has happened. Because I've been really tinkering in like movability, gameplay, animations, improving smaller things, but generally also just fixing bugs. Because I had implemented a lot of new interactions that broke some of the gameplay. Like, for instance, the fact that now the gates don't open anymore for some reason. So I need to go and dive back into that and then fix that again. So I hope you enjoyed this update. I hope you can forgive my crustiness today. I've been pretty much working on this since I came back from holidays. And I was a bit anxious to start it again because I don't know if you've ever had this with a project or something that you've been working on and you haven't been working on it for a while. It seems also far away and it seems like it's never going to work or it's never going to finish. And I've been working at this since May, so it's not very long for a game, but it is long for a project. And yeah, so I got back into it and I'm very enthusiastic now to continue. If you have any ideas or any tips, feel free to send me a comment down below, or follow me on Patreon and you can send me a message there. Or respond to any of my videos if you feel like, you know, anything at all. Feel welcome. I'm very happy with some feedback or some questions. And I hope you enjoyed everything, and see you later.